Alchemist.
I'm a chemical super freak.
You want I should keep punching him, boss?
Talk about overreacting!
In Dota 1, Acid Spray's damage is blocked by Poor Man's Shield. In Dota 2, Poor Man's Shield does not block Acid Spray. Couriers will receive the negative armor debuff from Acid Spray if they walk into it in Dota 1, thus making them a bit easier to kill. However, in Dota 2, couriers are not affected by Acid Spray. In Dota 1, illusions that are created while Alchemist is under the effects of Chemical Rage will also receive the bonus health regeneration. But, in Dota 2, illusions do not receive the bonus health regeneration from Chemical Rage. They will only have the normal regeneration rate as a non-raged Alchemist. Now this one might be more of a preference, but in Dota 1, Alchemist gives enemies a noticeable indicator when he is brewing a concoction. He turns red, thus making it easier to see that he's charging a stun. However, there is no sound to accompany the brewing of it. In Dota 2, Alchemist no longer turns red, but instead will notify his enemies of a stun by visually brewing a concoction. It's not as noticeable as turning red, but if you play with your sound on, you will also hear the Alchemist brewing it.
Don't rush me.
In both Dota 1 and Dota 2, you can only target heroes with unstable concoction. But, in Dota 1, the AoE can affect non-hero units, like creeps and neutrals. This would include any dominated or converted creeps as well. In Dota 2, only heroes can be affected by the AoE of Concoction. In Dota 1, if you leave the AoE of Acid Spray, you will still have the negative armor debuff on you for up to 4 seconds. Warcraft 3 Dota uses dummy units for aura buffs and debuffs, and every 2 seconds it performs a check to see if the affected unit is still in the AoE. You must pass 2 checks in order for the debuff to be removed. This could be anywhere from 2 to 4 seconds depending on when you left the area and when the last check was done. Dota 2 doesn't use dummy units, so there are no checks to be performed, and thus when you leave the AoE of Acid Spray, the debuff is immediately removed.
I'll shake that right up.
Warlock's golems are not affected by Concoction's AoE in Dota 1. But in Dota 2, golems will take the damage and be stunned from a nearby Concoction explosion. Like other transformation spells in Dota 1, Chemical Rage can also be used to dodge AoE stuns. Just remember, only the stun is dodged, not the damage. In Dota 2, Alchemist cannot use Chemical Rage to dodge AoE stuns. While on the topic of transformation dodges in Dota 1, using Chemical Rage will not disjoint projectile damage, only the stun. This includes spell projectiles and ranged attacks. In Dota 2, you can use Chemical Rage to disjoint projectiles entirely. No damage, no stun. Additionally, all ranged attacks made during a transformation will be dismissed as well. And finally, in Dota 1, Unstable Concoction will still explode and hit surrounding enemies even if the original target can evade it. Some of these evasive spells include Phase Shift from Puck, Astral Imprisonment from OD, Infest from Nakes, Omni Slash from Juggernaut, and even Cyclone via Yules. A larger list will be posted in the video description. In Dota 2, Unstable Concoction gets completely nullified when its intended target evades the concoction. The target's allies will not be damaged or stunned, the concoction simply disappears.